Hello and welcome back, friends. If you're new around here, I'm Big Gator. If you came looking for the sharpest tennis bets, you're right where you belong. Right now, we're covering the ATP Masters Cincinnati semifinals. So pop into the comments. Let me see what you guys got going on for today. And keep your eyes peeled for the pinned comment to see what I'll be playing as well. Very important. If you do like the breakdowns of these matches, please give this video a like. It goes a super long way. If you do feel gracious or generous for any of the free wins that you get from the channel, there's a link in the pinned comment, as well as a link to the free Discord if you would like to join the community. It's a bunch of great people in there talking about tennis all day. If you're looking for some extra discussion about what you're looking to play, you can find it in there. And with that being said, we'll be looking like for today, guys. I kept it a bit easy. I took a day off. I didn't like what I saw on the slate, so I just didn't play anything officially or at all. We had Rublev going against Alcaraz. It was awesome to see Rublev get a set, but damn, he couldn't get the win. Alcaraz didn't cover, if anyone was wondering. Rublev did cover his spread, so I'm glad I didn't take that. But Alcaraz did cover the minus 2.5 spread, like I said he would. So there's that. I also thought that Ben Shelton still had some more in the tank to get us a set against Zverev like he did in Cincinnati last year. He couldn't do it. He's too tired, too gassed. It is what it is. He gave us a lot of great tennis over the past few weeks, so he's allowed to lose now. Let's get him ready for the U.S. Open, though. Let's see what Ben's got for the U.S. Open. But with that out the way, I do want to just say this real quick. This is a free YouTube giving out free plays. I put my plays in the pinned comment when I play them. Other than that, I'm giving you guys advice on what I'm seeing and what I'm looking at and what I think is going to happen today. If that doesn't happen, I hope you guys understand that I'm predicting things. I'm not telling you what's going to happen. I hope you understand that I'm just guessing, and I just happen to make a lot of good guesses often. So if I'm wrong, then I hope that's okay to you guys. I try not to be wrong, but if I'm not too confident on something, I don't think I should play it, and I don't play it, which is why I didn't play yesterday. So yeah, just keeping that there. Hope you guys bet wisely and win your slips, but if I don't play things, that should be a little bit of a clue that it might not be the thing to do. It's not going to happen every day, but, All right, just wanted to say that and keep that out the way. But let's move on. Starting with our first match, it's going to be Jannik Sinner going against Scary Terry Atmane. And man, I did say in the video before that I thought that Atmane was going to beat Rune. I did think that Ben Shelton was going to beat... Who did Ben Shelton have to beat? To get this Zverev? Lehechka. So, in my Discord, I did tell people that I did put a two-man play together. I think I said that before. Someone said in my last video's comment, they took it. It was plus 550, 6.5 on the decimal. So, it got people some money. No one is down in my Discord. No one is down on the channel. I did the analytics. I did the numbers. We are up 5 units, 5 full units this month. So I don't. Everyone should be doing great. Anyway, Jannik Sinner is 11-0 on the hard courts this season. Scary Terry is 25-13. He has gone from being ranked 138 or 139. Maybe 135, something like in the 130s. He is now ranked 69 in the world. He has cut his rank damn near in half in the time he's been in Cincinnati. Now, we know that this kid has nothing to lose. He said it himself. This guy doesn't have any sponsors. Paying for everything out of pocket. That's going to change very soon, as we know. But I'm going to say this. Scary Terry is a more fit version of, and a stronger version of Adrian Manarino, I think. Lefty, decent serve, but he doesn't have a decent serve. He has a bomb ass serve. Like, I can't wait for this dude to play Ben Shelton. I'm more excited for that than than him and Sinner today. But I don't see Sinner. This guy is on a run right now that is unfathomable. But you've gone against people that, in my opinion, they're people that are beatable. I was talking to a friend of mine about Holger Rune and Taylor Fritz, and you guys put in the comments. Let me know as well if you feel this way. Is it just me and my homie that I talked to about this? But does it seem like when you watch Taylor Fritz play matches, it just seems like the other person he's playing can beat him? Like, as you watch, you're like, this other guy can beat Taylor Fritz. Does anyone feel like that? If not, I'm tripping. I'll leave it alone. But I always have that thought whenever I watch Taylor Fritz play. And it could be against anybody. I'm like, this dude could get beaten by whoever right now. Why do I feel like this? Anyway, Atmane has gone through Holger Rune in straight sets, made him look like a child out there. He beat Taylor Fritz. After that second set, he turned up, and then he said, you know what, fuck it. Let's send Taylor Fritz to New York early. Beat Fonseca down to a pulp. Beat him silly. And it all started after he won his second round win against Caboli. Now, we thought Caboli was going to be here for a minute after how he played in Toronto, right? We didn't get that because of Scary Terry in the way. Now, the one thing that I would look at here is we know Yannick Sinner, his motivation. He's number one. He wants to stay number one. And something that he also mentioned, if you guys aren't up on like news and stuff like that, these guys talk about, Yannick is concerned about playing matches. He wants to play a lot of matches, but not have to travel to do them. So his whole thing is the tournament of the Masters is great, but he wants to be able to play more tennis in the time that he's here. So I think that because of time wasted, Yannick Sinner is trying to just like get through here so he can get to the U.S. Open. I think Alcaraz is just playing tennis, honestly. I think he wants to win as well, but like it just looked like Alcaraz out there just having fun playing tennis and then turning up when he needs to give people a show. That's just my take on that. As far as the relationship we've seen Sinner have with lefties, let's look at that for a second. Manarino and Ben Shelton were the last two lefties he played, and he went to a tiebreak with both of them in their most recent matches. Granted, Ben Shelton was on the grass, and Manarino was on the hard. I'm going to go back a little further. He went to a first set tiebreak with Ben Shelton back in Melbourne as well. When he went against Ben Shelton in Shanghai, it went to a second set tiebreak. So just off rip, the relationship I'm seeing Sinner have with lefties is a tiebreak. Let's see what that's priced at. That would probably be certified smoke today. And if there is anything I would play, it would probably be that. It's plus 230. Ooh. I think. What do we think, people? Do we think Scary Terry can get to a tiebreak with Yannick Sinner in a semifinal where this guy is going to be robotically amazing? It's plus 230 for a reason. The one thing about him going against lefties, I can break down the spread as well. He beat Manarino by 3 games. The spread is at 5.5. Dude, do we take Scary Terry on the spread today? Is that the move? plus 6.5 is minus 240. It would be a fun bet for me today to take, but yeah, man, that would be a fun one. That'd be a fun one. I can see Terry keeping it together. Mind you, he's going to be going against the world number one. Everybody in that first set going against the world number one has had some crazy nerves. Only person that seemingly came with it a bit was Manarino, because he's seen him before, and like fairly recently. Diallo hadn't played him before. Felix hadn't played him in 3 years. So, and Galan had never played him either. Manarino's the only one that's kind of been there before earlier this year. So he had a bit of a fight because he's been there before. These other guys haven't stood a chance because they've never seen this before. I think that first set is going to be looking like Felix's first set, man. I'm afraid. And if it is looking like that, then that spread becomes quite dangerous, doesn't it? Yannick to win in straight sets is minus 400. Whew. Now, this is what's crazy. Him winning 2-1 is plus 380. 4.8 on the decimal for you guys outside of America. I mean, am I crazy to think that these things will happen in this match? Am I giving Atmane too much credit? Am I giving the guy with nothing to lose too much credit? Is that what it is? He's got 13 losses on the hard court this season. He seemingly has found himself, though, in Cincinnati. He's found the player he's meant to be. Only 23 years of age. Yannick is 30-3 this season, man. What the fuck? You're going against a guy whose current record over the past 2 years is 104-10. What the fuck, bro? Like, what are we talking about? In the past 2 years, Yannick Sinner has only lost 10 times across all surfaces. He's undefeated on the hard court this season. This is going to be his best hard court season ever, most likely, if he keeps playing this way. I doubt he gets another 3 losses like he did last season. Honestly, last season was probably his best hard court season ever. That was like prime Yannick. 41-3 is ridiculous. We'll see how much more Yannick we get at the end of this year. We have a lot more tennis for him to play, so we'll see if he can jump that number up. But Jesus, man, a 76% winner on the hard courts, going against a 65% winner on the hard courts, who's in the top 100 as of like recently. But interesting stuff here. I think that 2 things can happen, honestly. The first set game spread minus 2.5, so Sinner wins by 3 games. Whew. That's a little crazy. Yannick's break points created is at 7.5. That might be a really good one. Let's see how many break points he created over those last few matches he's been playing. He created 10 against Felix. Nine against Manarino. 12 against Diallo. 13. Yeah, that's the play. That's the play. I love that. I didn't even know that was a bet until today. Over 7.5 total break points on serve. break points created. So he's got to break him 8 times, or does he just have to create the points? Does he just have to like get to 40? Is the question. I got to look into that and make sure that's real. Total break points created. That means he's got to break him 8 times, I think, which I don't know if he's going to do that. And then they have total break points played, which is at 10.5. Breakpoints created is not a breakpoint 1. That's what I'm trying to like decipher between it. Let's see. I'll make sure I know if that's what it says, because it says when I look at it on the slip, it says Yannick Sinner total breakpoints on opponent serve. But when you go to the category, it says player total breakpoints created. Those mean 2 different things to me. Total breakpoints on serve means that you broke him. Breakpoints created means that you just got to 40. So I gotta figure out what that means. And if it means that it just means you get to 40, I'm slamming that. Ace props. Yannick's at 5.5. Taylor Fritz had 7 on Atmane. Holger Rune had 4. I would put the center serve on the Rune side than the Fritz side. It's not that strong, but it's still very, very effective. Especially that first serve. If he gets the first serve down, he's cooking. But Atmane, his aces are at 6.5. And Felix couldn't ace Yannick Sinner once. Mandarino with the left hand. He had 10 aces on. Oh, man. Atmane got to get a 7. I like that as well. Okay, there's a few things on here that we can go with today. I just got to look through it finally. But so far, there's a tie-break opportunity. That's plus 230. I don't know about that, but it could happen in the second set, maybe. And then we have over 7.5 total break points created, hopefully. And then Atmane getting us 7 aces. I think that's a good one. If Mandarino can give Yannick 10, but that was in the 4th round. It wasn't in a quarterfinal, semifinal. The level of return is going to be inflated. He's going to be there to do so. So it might be better to take the break points here. All right? But I won't go any further on that. We've been on that for quite some time. So let's move on to our final match of the day. And boy, oh boy, am I happy to talk about this one. We have Carlos Alcaraz going against Alexander Zverev. And man, oh man, what a history they have. Zverev is 6 wins over Alcaraz's 5 wins in their head-to-head history. They were 5-5 as of the finals in Turin last year, where Zverev beat him in straight sets, a tiebreak in the first set and 6-4 in the second. Don't know how that happens. But Carlos Alcaraz beat him in 5 sets in Paris last year in the final. And then, let's see, the quarterfinal, he beat him in Indian Wells. This is the semifinals, and he beat him. Wow. He beat him the way that I'm expecting him to beat him today in Indian Wells. He beat him 6-3, 6-1. But they go all the way back to 2021, man. And they go back and forth. It really is back and forth with these guys. Zverev wins the most recent one. Carlos won the last 2 before that. Zverev won the last 2 before that. Carlos won the last 2 before that. And then it just goes back and forth. Like, these guys, seemingly, the 2 and the 3 ranked in the world, go at it. Which is a bit surprising, right? In my opinion, I think, like, these matches should never be close between these two. But it's the backhand of Zverev It's the length that he plays on the court. Like he'd be back. He'd be back here when be returning. And that's what was fucking Ben up in that match in their last head to head, the one we saw yesterday. He plays so far back. Ben was like struggling to hit the ball over the net because it was so far back, and he doesn't. He's not the best returner. He's very average, but we saw that like that's something that was a big part of the game that was kind of working for Zverev is that deep game. And again, the backhand was it was working perfectly for him. The left hand falls right into his backhand, so it was a match made in heaven for him. He does extremely well against lefties, as I said before. He has a great history against lefties. So this is not a lefty. This is Carlos Alcaraz, a former number one player in the world and currently number two. Funny enough, Zverev is 19-5 this season with a 67% win rate on the hard courts, and Carlos is 14-4 with a 78 win rate. Carlos is currently 52-6 this season on all surfaces. Fuck, man. That's so crazy. Zverev is 43-15. Just to give you context. 52-6, 43-15. It's absurd, man. Like, what are these guys? Sinner and Alcaraz. They're just ridiculous. Alcaraz is 108-19 over the past 2 years. That's his career record. Sinner is 104-10. Still can't believe that stat. That's ridiculous. But 106-19 is also very fucking good. Like, that's an 80% win rate this man has across all surfaces. Zverev has a 68% win chance on all surfaces, like across his career. But this season, I mean, y'all know I want to just take this dude to losing straights. I don't mind Zverev as a person. I don't know him as a person, but as a player on the court, watching him play, I don't fancy him that much. And whenever he has moments where we do need him, I'll say this: he's a great player, not great for betting on all the time, and that's probably where a lot of my frustration comes from with him. I just get a bit disappointed in things that I expect him to do, but if I'm just watching, then I would be generally impressed. So, just want to keep that out there. I do have respect for Zverev, respect for all the players, please. But Alcaraz winning in straight sets is plus 140 today. I would like to take it. He did drop a set to Rublev, so that does definitely give a chance there for Zverev to do the same. But when it comes to hard court wins on hard court, just like outdoor condition hard court matches, most recently it's been Alcaraz on American soil. Alcaraz hasn't actually dropped a set to Zverev in America on hard courts or in America, period. That's very interesting. In Indian Wells, he beat him 6-3, 6-1. Like, he beat the shit out of him. And then the last time they played in America was the year before in the U.S. Open. He beat him in straight 6-3, 6-2, 6-4. Shit. I would love to see those highlights from Turin again. I forgot how he was looking in that match. I'm sure nobody expected him to win. But in their 11 matches, Zverev has won 6 times. Crazy. Zverev to get a set is minus 200. It to go to 3 sets is plus 110. Alcaraz to win is minus 185. That's probably the best price you're going to get Alcaraz for. So I'm going to just take that as it is, and I'm not going to think too deeply about it. And this will be a great time to take Alcaraz. It'll be him getting tested for sure. Taking Zverev at a dog today is just funny to me. I don't think it's going to happen at all. There's no perfect storm situation for him to win this one. The dude was damn near having an asthma attack in his last match against Ben Shelton, and he said it came out of nowhere. So we'll see how he looks today, even. But I think my money's going to go on Alcaraz. If this dude, I swear, if this dude retires in this match, I'm going to be pissed. That's going to really make me mad, because if he didn't withdraw before the match, there's no harm, no foul. If you have a lung issue that's re-flaring up from your past, right? Because that's what was happening to the dude on the court last night. He said he had a lung issue. Well, he has had lung issues before, and it was just popping up again. He repeatedly went to an inhaler during the match, which was so shitty to see, because all we needed was for Ben Shelton to just like hold on, but he couldn't hold on. If he could just like withstand that second set, Zverev probably would have retired. And he would have gotten what he wanted, which is to play Alcaraz again, because that's his favorite person to play. Even though he's winded, I'm sure he would have loved to have played Alcaraz. Anyway, I think Alcaraz wins the match. This will be a great late night Saturday match. I'm so excited for it. We get the two best players in the world playing today. And I'm off of work. Yay me. Another thing you guys could take would be the spreads. If you think he beats him minus 3.5, I think that's kind of good today. It's plus 125. If he beats the dog shit out of Zverev, which he doesn't seem to be in that killer mentality to do so, in my opinion, I don't think he's in the I'm about to cover a minus 6.5 spread. He didn't even cover his spread against Rublev, right? So, but the spread I said he'd cover, it covered, and that's minus 2.5, and that's what the line is at today. So, the other spreads you could take is minus 4.5. That's probably plus two something, plus 200, plus 210. It going over total games today. I can actually see that number 22.5 being utilized today. I wouldn't touch it because I don't like it. The aces at 7.5 for Zverev, 6.5 for Alcaraz. How many did Alcaraz have against Rublev? 11. Fuck yeah. He was going for some pretty big serves, too. He had 8 double faults. Oh, he had 4, I'm sorry. The total ace line is at 14.5. Ben Shelton had 12, which was quite impressive. Nakashima only had 3. I feel like it can go over 15 or over 14.5. Breakpoint chances created for Alcaraz is at 6.5. Zverev 5.5. Alcaraz to get a set's worth nothing. First set over X amount of games. Let's see. 10.5 in the first set. It's plus money. Minus money for it to go to over 9.5. Haven't been seeing that in a lot of the matches against these guys. Their first sets have been pretty short. So it going under 9.5 is plus money. A little risky, but you know, you can take it there. I think I'm just probably going to go with Alcaraz's money line today. even though Zverev was looking really good, he always looks really good against lefties. So what can you do about that? Um, he does have a win on Alcaraz most recently. I don't think that's going to matter much today. I think if you've beaten Alcaraz in this recent time, he's not going to let you beat him again. Not 2 times in a row. It's been a trend that they have where they lose to each other 2 times in a row, but I think that gets cut off here. It's been going since 2023. Alcaraz, Alcaraz, Zverev, Zverev, Alcaraz, Alcaraz, Zverev. If you think it goes with that trend, then take Zverev money line plus 150. Take it. I'd be dumbfounded if Zverev ends up winning this Masters. I swear to you, I'd be so surprised. But he's still here, so I can't count him out. Cannot count him out. He cannot count him out. Well, that is going to cover both of the matches we have for today. I know it was a long video for no reason, but I wanted to really go through everything today since there's only 2 matches. I went through everything in the market just to give you guys everything that I saw. There are usually some parlay specials that are on like FanDuel. People to get X amount of points in the game, points in the game or in the match. I don't know if I'll be playing that today. They have some other ones that are like someone wins 2-0 or someone wins 2-1 in the same bet. That could be a good bet today. Definitely, if it goes to a third set with Zverev, I could see it being a little dicey, but we'll find out in the pinned comment, won't we? I will check you guys out. I will peep you guys in the next one. Thank you guys for watching, and take care. All right.